Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today is part 6 of my fitness database series, and as I remind everybody, whether or not you're into fitness, if fitness to you just means fitness pizza in my mouth, that's fine with me. This is an Access tutorial above all else, so it doesn't matter what you're tracking. I'm teaching you all kinds of cool things to put in your Access database. I just happen to be doing a fitness database as the example. But this will work just fine even if you're doing a customer database. So let's see what we're doing today. Oh, of course, if you haven't watched parts 1 through 5 yet, go watch those first. Lots of other cool tips and tricks on those. And then come on back. All right, so last time we built our category filter box, and we also built a product name, a food item name search box. So if I type in CH, I get those. But the two don't work together. Right? If I do that, it overrides this guy. So in this video, let's make these work together. So this is an AND condition, not an OR condition. Right now it's OR. Okay? So let's go take a look at our code. And I have a button up here on my quick launch toolbar that I use to get quickly back to the code editor. So that's great. That's the view code button. Now, right now we're duplicating kind of this and this are basically the same thing. All right? But what I want to do is I want to call a single subroutine that's going to look at both of those conditions, decide which one has a value, and then we're going to build a custom where string. This right here is essentially a where string for an SQL statement, right? Select, field name from table name, and then this is your where food description like that, or where food group ID equals a filter. What we're going to do is tack those on together. We're going to use concatenation and put those in the same string if there's a value in each of those fields. Okay, so let's make a new subroutine right here. Private sub, we're going to call it apply filters. Okay, and both of those other guys are going to just call apply filters. And apply filters is going to build that where string based on who's got values. So we need to put it in a string. So dim f as a string for filters, or whatever you want to call it. I like to keep my variable name short. There's only one in this subroutine, so f is fine. You know what it is. I don't like to make it single character variable names if I got a bunch of them. All right, what's f, what's n, what's s? But in this one, it's pretty self-explanatory. That's what f is. All right, we're going to initialize it to an empty string. Now, let's take a look at the food group filter first. So I'm going to say if not is null, food group filter, then we got something in there. Let's set that as the beginning of our where string. And it's literally going to be the same as this right here, right? So we're going to say f equals that. So if I got something in the food group filter, we're going to start it off by saying food group ID equals 6 or whatever. Okay? All right, end if. We're done with that one now. Now, next, we're going to do the same thing with the food description filter, right? If not is null, food I can't. We're going to copy and paste food description filter. Then it's the same thing, but we have to tack it on to the other one. So f equals f and this guy right there. And then end if. Now, we have one more issue to take care of right here. If both of those are set, we're going to get f equals food group and food group filter. All right, so it's going to say food group ID equals 3. And if you also have this guy, it's going to be f equals f, which was this stuff, followed immediately by food description like whatever. So we need to put an and in the middle between those guys if there is a food group filter, right? Because if not, we don't want to put the and there. So in here, I'm going to say if f is not an empty string, then f equals f and the word and with spaces around it. Don't forget those spaces. All right, so see what f's going to look like? All right, if we only have a food group filter, it's going to be food group ID equals 3. If we only have a food description filter, it's going to be, starts as blank, it's still blank, so you don't get your and it's going to be food description like whatever, avocado. If both of those are selected, you're going to get food group equals 3 and food group like avocado. See how that works? We're building a where string in here. Now it's just a matter of applying that filter. So if f is not empty, well, let's rewrite it. If f equals empty, then I like to try to get the empty first, right? That's easy one. Me.filter on equals false. Just turn the filter off. Otherwise, do the same thing we did before, which is this stuff right here, right? Me.filter equals f. Me.filter on equals true, and if. See that? So now we've taken both of those things into consideration. And now, down here, we don't need all this duplicated code. This just becomes, what's a beclum? This just becomes apply filters. This one also becomes apply filters. And someone's beaming in. Hold on. Wait, let me check the transporter pad. It's just my yeoman. Yeoman. And then, so now these guys, we got rid of some duplicated code. We also have to modify our close or our turn off the filters button. This guy, the filter off button. This guy, right? We also need to say here, food description filter equals null. Okay. All right. Save it. Debug, compile once in a while. Close it. Close it. I'm going to shrink this because we need the space now. All right, food list. Let's filter for fruits. Now let's filter for BA. Oh, look at that. We got fruits with banana. See how they're working together? Now if I turn them both off and just type in BA, I only got one thing with banana. Let's see what we got. Something that's two of. I think CE maybe? Yeah, okay, so CE brings up both of those, but now if I filter it just to grains, it works on both of them together. Isn't that cute? And you can add as many fields as you want to this. If you're doing a customer database, you got first name, last name, email, address, whatever, just keep building that where string. This is one of the concepts that I cover in my search seminar. We got lots and lots of examples like this with filtering and searching and sorting and you name it. If it has to deal with searching, sorting, filtering, it's covered in this seminar. Check it out. Here's a link. I'll put a link down below. You know I got to sneak some advertising in here and there. This video is paid for by our sponsor, and our sponsor is me. Oh, and I also almost forgot I got this thing called the search and sort template where I do something similar where we've got little boxes across the top of each column here. We've got an and or an or box, so you can make it an and or an or condition. You can say I want to find this or this. You could do date ranges, you could do number ranges, and you can click on the headers across the top and it will sort on that field. So click once to sort ascending, click 2 to sort descending. We're going to do something similar with the sorting in the extended cut today for the members. We're going to make it so you can click on these header labels here and make it so that it sorts based on. So if you want to see the highest calorie foods, you click on that. Which, by the way, what I like to do in here, speaking from a usability standpoint, I like to make these one serving. So when I'm adding this to my food log, we're going to get to a food log soon, it's one serving. So if you normally put 2 slices of provolone on your sandwich, make this 2 slices and adjust the calories and protein and stuff accordingly. So you don't have to constantly keep changing the quantities, the amounts, right? If you normally eat 1 banana, great. If you eat 3 bananas at a time, well, okay, make it 3. Like blueberries, 1 cup. That's about usually when I get a little handful of blueberries, I usually get a cup of blueberries. And for the longest time, I had to measure it with an actual cup. I still measure my cereal because I can't eyeball it for some reason, but I can eyeball blueberries. It's weird. All right, so let me put my little extended cut slide together. That's what we're going to do in the extended cut today, right? Click on the column header to sort. Don't go anywhere, though, because we're going to do some Q&A. Like I said, I'm going to try to address some of the questions and comments that you guys post in both YouTube and on my website after each video, since we're starting to get a lot of comments now. This user says, good luck to everyone that uses this for their weight loss journey. Just remember, you can build whatever database to help you track this, but a database won't help with the underlying factor, the willpower to set a routine and eat healthier and stick with it. And I agree 100%. I will, however, say that one thing that initially helped me with my weight loss journey years ago when I first started it was tracking everything. A lot of people have no clue how much they're actually eating. They have no idea how many calories they're eating in a day. And while I don't recommend it's something that you do for the rest of your life, I think when you're first starting off on, a fitness journey, whether it's weight loss or whatever, journal everything you eat, write it down, or put it in a database, which is what we're working on here today. And actually measure your food. Get a food scale, weigh it. They're cheap nowadays. They're like, what, 10, 15 bucks on Amazon. You can get a little food scale. I'll put a link down below to the one that I use. There, it's this guy. I just bought a new one last month because I couldn't find my old one. 10 bucks, little food scale. And get yourself some measuring cups. And when you pour yourself some cereal, measure that out in the cups, weigh your meat, that kind of stuff, and actually keep track of it. A lot of people have no idea how much they're actually eating. If I would have just guessed before I knew this how much I was eating in a day, I probably would have guessed about half the amount of actual calories. And certain things really are calorie bombs. They sneak up on you, like olive oil. Love olive oil. It's healthy for you. It's great. It's fantastic. A lot of calories. Same thing with things like walnuts, almonds. I love a handful of walnuts. There's tons of calories in them. They're very healthy for you. But you just got to watch that stuff because losing weight is all about calories in versus calories out. So you got to be careful and just track it. Keep track of what you're actually eating, and you'll see where you can maybe make some room for improvement. And as far as making major shifts to your diet, just make little changes here and there that you can live with, right? Little changes that you can okay, I don't need that. I can maybe eat this instead. Like me switching from full sugar soda to diet soda. It took a little while to get used to it, but once I got used to it, I can't go back. Regular soda now just tastes like syrup to me. And as far as an exercise routine, everyone always asks me, what's the best exercise? The best exercise is one you're going to stick with, one that you enjoy doing. I hate running. I've always hated jogging. I don't do it. I like riding my bike, so I try to ride my bike whenever I can. And it was difficult when I lost an eye, but I manage. I refuse to ride in traffic, though, because especially down here in Florida, everyone's crazy. But yeah, just pick something that you enjoy and you're going to stick with it. You're more likely to meet your goals if it's something you like doing. One of my users on my website, Anthony, posted soy milk is phytoestrogen. It's bad for men to consume. He removed it from his diet and dropped 5 kilograms within 2 months. And that's fantastic, Anthony. I'm great that worked for you. Based on what I've read, soy milk does contain some phytoestrogens, but the science doesn't support the idea that they're harmful in moderate amounts. And I posted some additional things here if you want. Here's also a link to an article on Harvard's website that breaks it down in more detail. I'll include this link down below. One thing that I've seen online, especially like on TikTok and on Facebook, is that there's a lot of fear mongering out there. A lot of people trying to tell you, don't eat this, it's dangerous, it's going to kill you, it's not good for you. Very few foods are like super dangerous. Like there's a lot of people saying that, artificial sweeteners cause cancer. Well, yeah, in lab rats, when they inject the thing with 8 times its body weight in sucralose, it might cause cancer. But you'd have to drink like 30 Diet Cokes a day for years for it to have a negative effect on you. So when it comes to stuff like this, I always follow the science. I always look for a reputable study or two. And, I don't just listen to everything that I read on TikTok. But if it works for you, everybody's different. I am not a fitness professional. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I'm only speaking from my personal experience. So if something works for you, great. I'm not going to take it away from you, but I'm just sharing with you my experience and what I've read. Okay? All right. Then thanks for sharing. Another one of my users, Chris, said it'd be cool to have weight loss challenges. If people could join it online and enter their weight and track it for a given period. Who's the biggest loser? Remember the biggest loser competitions they used to have? Here's my thoughts on that, basically. And I think I mentioned this before. To me, it's not just about the scale. I joined a Biggest Loser competition way back when I lived in Buffalo. We're going back like 20 years now. And that's all it was. And of course, obviously, if your only goal is to drop pounds, there are ways to drop pounds fast. You could lose water weight really quickly. But if body composition, which is the most important thing, is what's important to you, you can actually gain muscle and burn fat, and you're a lot better off health-wise, but the scale's not going to move, and that discourages a lot of people. So again, that's one of the things I recommend is getting yourself a scale that calculates your body percentage. It'll tell you how much fat you got on you, how much muscle you got on you, your bone density. And again, I'm not trying to hawk products here. That's not my goal. Yes, I am giving you links to my Amazon affiliate, but I get like pennies if you buy one of these. But it's a $50 scale, and it calculates all that stuff. I've been using it for a while now, and it's really fantastic. I love it. I'll put a link to this down below. But I do love accountability. If you got other people that you're working out with, that's awesome. But don't just look at the number on the scale, right? Me, for example, I try to celebrate when I lose 10 pounds of fat. When the scale says I've gone down 10 pounds of fat, and I try not to lose muscle. So make sure you include that weight training as well. So your body, you don't got to try to build muscle when you're in a fat loss program. When you're in a cut phase, it's hard to do both. It's hard to build muscle and lose fat. So you're better off optimizing for one or the other. But when you're cutting calories, you still want to do strength training to remind those muscles that they still have a job to do, right? So you still want to try to do some weight training so that you don't lose that muscle mass. So that's my experience. Jeffrey said that he put on some extra COVID. Yeah, I call it the COVID 50. That's what I put on. And he said that he, after contracting COVID, lost the sense of taste. I can understand how after that, when your sense of taste starts coming back, you really want food that has a lot of sugar, salt, spice, right? So you can actually taste it. The one thing I'll say for me is, yeah, I put on some weight too with COVID. Not being able to go anywhere obviously helps, but it actually helped my business because during COVID in 2020 is when I started the Tech Help series that I'm doing now. And I had a lot of extra time on my hands, so I started recording a lot of videos and making them into the series that you see today. So COVID was actually beneficial for me. It got me on my butt recording videos. And it's just nice to see all the comments from people who are excited about this series. So from both a database building standpoint and from a fitness standpoint, I'm here to try to help you as much as I can. And again, I'm not a fitness professional, but I'm here to assist as much as I possibly can. So I've done this. This is my second time trying to lose weight. I was really big and heavy in my 30s, and I lost a lot of weight, doing a lot of it the wrong way. I was crash dieting and working out way too much. So I've learned a lot since then. So I'm on a fitness journey myself right now to try to get healthy, and I'm here to help you guys too if I can. So yeah, I'm having fun with this. I hope you guys are too. Keep the comments coming. All right, so that's gonna do it for part 6. Tomorrow we're gonna part Smart 7. I can't talk today. We're gonna start part 7 tomorrow, and I think we're gonna start with the meals. We're gonna group food items together into meals. We'll start working on that. And don't forget, members, we're gonna do some sorting in today's extended cut. But for everybody else, that is your Tech Help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow for part 7. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. And make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Do you need help with your Microsoft Access project? Whether you need a tutor, a consultant, or a developer to build something for you, check out my Access Developer Network. It's a directory I put together personally of Access experts who can help with your project. Visit my website to learn more. Any links or other resources that I mentioned in the video can be found in the description text below the video. Just click on that show more link right there. YouTube's pretty good about hiding that, but it's there. Just look for it. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, tables, all that stuff. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. That's it. And it's free for members of my YouTube channel at any level. Speaking of memberships, if you're interested in joining my channel, you get all kinds of awesome perks. Silver members get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, and there's hundreds of them by now. They also get one free beginner class each month, and yes, those are for my full courses. Gold members get the previous perks plus access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos. Plus, you get access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions and all kinds of source code that I use. And gold members get one free expert class every month after completing the beginner series. Platinum members get all of the previous perks, plus they get all of my beginner courses, all of them from every subject. And you get one free advanced or developer class every month after finishing the expert series. And you can become a diamond sponsor and have your name listed on the sponsor page on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.